Hey guys, Czar here. Very quickly, short stop sell order right here below that. Oops, and gone. So and back, guys. In right there. Risking 35 to make 70. This is a late trade. I'll explain it to you in a moment. Give me one moment. There we go. All right. When I say late trade, it's 9:03. I normally don't trade within the 45 minutes leading up to the open of New York. We are 27 minutes away from the open of New York, but this is an interesting setup, and I like the way it looks. As much as one can like a setup, and I say like because it's still a game of probabilities and uncertainty and randomness, but I think this coin is weighted to heads, and so I'm flipping it and calling heads on this one. Despite the time of day, we're in a bearish environment right now, and after this really prolonged and grinding rally this morning through the European session, it actually began during the Asian session at 1 a.m. New York time, Eastern Standard Time, and been rallying ever since. A couple of blue candles, but not much. Tiny pullback here, and then to reject here, getting close to a key resistance area is enough for me to take a flyer on this one. I shouldn't say flyer, give me the wrong opinion that I'm just willy-nilly taking setups, and anybody that's watched my 600 plus videos knows that that's not what I do at all. I look for optimal setups, prime setups, and take them. This is one of them. It's just not the prime time of day, and those things can matter, don't get me wrong. And now I'll put you on pause and we'll wait for this thing to play out. Pause. Alright, and while we're waiting for this thing, just kind of grind along here at 9:06 a.m. I'll give you a little bit more context so you can see the 30-minute chart over here. Let me make it bigger. That's a fairly textbook zone reversal, newly formed pivot, right, with these three wicks and then the break below. It's not a key zone because there was no key resistance area over here to the left. So it's a newly formed zone with a potential zone reversal here on that newly formed zone. But this is in context of everything else. So this is the NASDAQ, of course, we're in right now, or I'm in. You'll notice that the S&P had already had a shift candle to the downside here, having tapped a similar structure here. And then the Dow significantly sold off, the weakest of the three, after that nice rejection wick, again, with a similar structure. Big shift candle, and also now breaking down. And so with all three of these heading south, these are the 1-minute charts for all three, the three sisters, I like to call them. Dow being the weakest, now crossing below VWAP. S&P heading towards VWAP. And we got a VWAP reversion going on. Wow. Going on in the NASDAQ as well here. So this is what we're playing with right now. And that's the Dow. Here's the NASDAQ again. Not participating yet in the way that I would like it to, but we'll see. It's coming into the pre-market now. We are in the pre-market, of course, at 9:08. We have 22 minutes left. And back on pause now. All right, still kind of grinding here around. Just kind of a little bit in profit, a little bit in loss, back and forth. But I'm still liking the setup, guys. It's 9:17. I don't love that we're going into the open of New York. Of course, anything can happen here. But I'm willing to maintain this trade going in, given the setup in the context of this prior big leg up, all the way again grinding through Europe so far. Europe's not over, of course. It doesn't end until about 11:30 my time, and it's 9:17. But this engulfing candle is very constructive to the trade. Engulfing candle meaning higher than the prior candle on the high, and the low is lower than the prior low. Ideally, this body would be bigger. It doesn't have to be. So the entire candle is engulfed by this next candle, but ideally, in a perfect world, this the body would engulf the entire candle. That's when you really get some strength off of these things if they play out, and sometimes they don't, of course, and that's trading. Pause now. All right, guys, we're back, and New York is just open about 20 seconds ago. You see the momentum that I talked about that I believe would continue here on the open is beginning to play out. We'll see how long that will continue. Driving down towards target 1, which would be 1 hour. I think I just bumped into the microphone there, guys. Sorry about that. All right, making a move here down to 1 hour. So this is my newer way of showing my trades, guys, using targets, target 1, 2, and 3. Sometimes I'll use target 4 or 5, depends. I'll see how that develops over time. I'm really trying to incorporate the way that I actually trade and the way I think about markets into how I demonstrate trades now on my videos and the various models that I implement in my own trading. Bring you up here, put you on pause for now, and I will bring you back. Attempting now to drive down to 1 hour. And done. 1 hour is done. And so just going back to my 4 models of profit taking, and these are on a video that I will be posting today, as a matter of fact, that goes into detail on how these work. The 1 hour all or nothing trader is now completely profitable, and they're out of this trade, right? They've made all 6 units. And they're done for the day. The scale out trader has taken, the Model 2 scale out trader has taken 2 units off and is still in this trade looking for target 2. The Model 3 has taken 3 units off. The Model 4 has taken 1 unit off at target 1. You get to know these models more, become very second nature after a while as you see more videos with these being covered in. I think this is the most practical way to show my trades now, not so much what I'm doing in my account, which is really irrelevant, but there are 600 plus videos to show you what I do. Looking for 1.5 hour now with target 2. So the 1 hour all or nothing trader is saying, oh, I should have stayed in. So target 2 has been met. The target 2 all or nothing trader has taken off 6 units and are now done for the trade. The Model 2 has taken off 2 units of target 1 and 2 more units here at target 2. The Model 3 trader has taken off a total of 5 units of the 6. And the Model 4 trader has taken off 3 units, but 2 units at target 2 instead of just the one that they took at Model 1, target 1, pardon me. I'll get better at speaking about these things. It's just kind of been in my head in what I do without talking about it on my own accounts, but this is what we're dealing with. I'll put you on pause for now. Driving down some more now. We've hit 1.75 R, 1 3/4 R. You'll see what I've put up here now is stop loss management. I haven't talked anything about stop losses here, and I'm very active in managing my stop losses. But there are 4 different things in terms of my models anyway to do with stops. You can leave the stop in place and never change it from the original position. You can trail the stop to break even and then leave it there. In other words, say if you hit target 1, you move the stop to break even and don't touch it again. Or you can trail the stop to target levels. Now that I've hit target 2, I might move my stop to target 1, so that kind of locks in right here. And then if target 2 got hit, move the stop to target 2, right? If target 3 got hit, pardon me, move the stop to target 2. That's assuming the trade is continuing to target 4, target 5, target 6, and so on and so forth. So hopefully that makes sense. Looking to tap target 2, and that's where my trade would end based on my current model. Just need one more push for that. And back on pause. All right, guys, I'm back. It's 9:50. We're 20 minutes into this New York session. You can see we've had a bit of an excursion here, coming back all the way to 1R, plus 1R that is, and then rounding over and continuing down. So various traders would have various experiences here, right? Again, the all or nothing trader at target 1 would have been out a long time ago. The target 2 all or none trader would have been out with a really nice profit. Both scaling traders would have taken pieces of the action off here, if you will, and then in terms of stop loss management, the trader who leaves the stop in place is still in this very much. The trailing stop to break even and leaving it is still very much in this trade. The one who trailed to target levels, the one who trailed to target 1 has been stopped out here for the remainder of their trade, whatever might be left in their trade. And then the trailer to pivot levels would now have their stop likely right above here. So they would have trailed to the first pivot, which would have been here. Just to explain that here. Then perhaps they moved it to here, and now to here. They may even consider, if this drops down any further, to move it to there, above these pivot areas, if that makes sense. Let me just scroll out so you can see it. See that there? So various ways to treat these things, all kinds of combinations, and this is what I want to do in my videos, is to show different combinations for different temperaments and brain wiring and psychological makeup and things of that nature. If I just keep showing you what I'm doing, then it's very easy especially for newer traders, to get into a rut and say, well, okay, well, Czar does this, or Czar did that, or here's the way he would do it. It really has nothing to do with any other trader and their way that they are wired. It's taken me 35 plus years to get to the point of deciding what feels right to me in any given trade. Sometimes I will leave my stop exactly where it is in terms of stop loss management. Sometimes I'll immediately move to break even. Other times I'll trail above pivots. It depends on market conditions, time of day, correlated asset behavior like the Three Sisters and things of that nature, right? So it's a dynamic process, as you'll see in the video on mastering profit targets and stop losses. Need one more big push down here to get to the 2R, and then the trade is over. Because that's the final target that I placed on this trade. In other words, I think my feeling is, getting into this trade, is that's what I would shoot for at the extent of the move, right? The biggest extent. I'll kind of show you here. You can see it on the 30-minute chart. It's a bit more than halfway through this big range from this morning. Quite an extensive move. We've essentially hit 2R, but I like to blow right through it when I'm doing these videos, just to make sure that it's very, very clear as to what has happened here. And there it is, guys, 2R at 70 points on the NASDAQ, and a nice first trade of the day. And I'll be posting this video, of course. You'll be watching it. You are watching it right now, in fact. Have an amazing day, guys, and have a great rest of the week as well. We'll talk soon. Take care.